Welcome back to the Budget Gamer channel, where we bring you critical and in-depth reviews of just about every indie game we can get our hands on, and today we're going to be taking a look at Ascendance for the Nintendo Switch. And if you've seen anything about Ascendance or read the eShop description, or were even considering maybe purchasing it, you're really going to be happy that you checked out the review first. At face value, Ascendance is a first-person puzzle platformer that does describe itself as being a pretty transcendent experience, just calm, peaceful, and relaxing. But it probably won't take even the most casual players very long to realize that's not exactly the case. Starting out the game, it does appear to be very bare bones and minimalistic, and the environments do look pretty decent. And upon inspecting the only thing within reach, which is a small glowing orb, a new landmass arises. This new landmass does have its own orb-like glowing beacon, and upon ascending up to the top platform, the player pretty much has it spelled out for them that navigating to the top of the highest platform activating a beacon is going to unlock new land areas for new puzzles to touch a new beacon. There are no items to use in the game or abilities to gain, and all you really need to do is be able to move your character and jump. And while initially Ascendance might seem to be a much less polished version of Refunct, which we covered about 2 weeks ago, Ascendance does actually offer players the ability to run to navigate over larger gaps, as well as 2 additional puzzling worlds to complete. You will start out navigating through the Lapis puzzle area, and after alighting all of the beacons in that area, a new portal will open up to transport you into the new playable world. And it is only after completing the previous world that you'll be able to move on to the next, so if you do make it that far, you might be impressed by some new and unique scenery. Each world in Ascendance is unique and well crafted, and could potentially offer some pretty amazing and artistic vistas. But at several points in the game, you will notice an appreciable frame rate drop that kinda does cheapen that artistic feel. Additionally, while exploring each environmental puzzle area trying to navigate to that highest pinnacle, the players will have to adapt to an overly floaty control system. And as you will be required to leap from tiny platform to tiny platform, navigating narrow catwalks in order to make it to that next light beacon objective, the imprecise and unforgiving nature of the platforming mechanics in the game might already be enough to ruin the experience for a lot of players. And given that the more intense the particular platforming situation, the more likely you are to experience a frame rate drop, accidental overcorrections causing you to miss your mark might turn that casual, relaxing environment into something more like utter frustration. But even if you do manage to fall off the map or fall into the water in that first area, it's not like there's really anything to lose. If you do miss your mark and tumble into the abyss, you'll merely restart at whichever beacon you activated last. But that being said, Ascendance does actually make use of liberal back and forthing in its environmental puzzles, so even though there's nothing to lose by falling into the water, sometimes that checkpoint you start over at will be at the opposite side of the map, meaning that you'll need to take several additional minutes just to get back to the place that you fell from. And given that the game's graphics, though vivid, are actually fairly stark, and the game's music doesn't really add anything to the experience, excessive back and forthing can start to become a chore. In total though, if you are a trophy seeker for any other platform besides the Nintendo Switch, this is probably going to be something that's at least going to be worth it just to get some quick trophies. Or if you're a speedrunner and want to see what your personal best is, this game might be somewhat enjoyable. But for anyone else who's looking for a more peaceful, ambient, first-person puzzle platformer, I really would suggest Refunct. It's a much shorter game, but it's got a lot more quality of life improvements and a huge amount of polish, despite just being a very simple and short platformer. But anyway, that does about wrap up the review of Ascendance now on the Nintendo Switch, so if you enjoyed the review, or especially if you found it helpful, feel free to throw me a like or a comment to show your support, and don't forget to click that little bell icon when you subscribe to stay updated with the latest content. As you can see, there are new and unique indies coming out literally every single day, so there's always going to be some new game to discover right here. But since I can only cover a few games a week, if you want to see what I'm up to or see which reviews might be coming out next, you can follow any of the links in the bottom right corner of our channel's banner. For Instagram, Twitter, our channel's Discord if you want to talk to some other gamers, or Patreon if you want to help support us and help make these reviews. But anyway, this has been Budget Gamer, so as always, thanks for watching.